everyone, I'm Xanani. Welcome to my new video. Today we will start a new sketchbook together. And if you can see, here are a lot of sketchbooks on my desk. These are only the half empty and empty ones. I have a few here like this. I made this myself. This was a video where I bound this book and painted the cover. Here are a lot of pages left. I should fill this or finish it. And this one also, it's a watercolor sketchbook. In it, watercolor paper, one smooth and one rough side. But I'm enjoying the format not a lot right now. That's why I don't use it right now. This one I use all the time. This is the art creation sketchbook from Talens in this tiny little cute size. As you can remember, this was my last sketchbook, also from art creation, and I loved it a lot, and it's full. The sketchbook tour you remember perhaps. And this one is also almost full. After this one, I will use, I think, the watercolor sketchbook here in this size. And then for the big one, I'm not sure yet. I thought about to decide between the Hanemühle cotton, the Etcher cotton hot pressed one, or the Stillman Birn Mixed Media. I have to say, I already miss my art creation sketchbook and I only have this one. This is a smaller size of the art creation, but I also want to use the other ones. This is a hard decision and I made the decision. I also have this very cute book here with a bit thin paper. I don't know, and I have this Hanemühle. Also an empty sketchbook with watercolor paper and a bit toned paper. I have this black paged sketchbook, which I rarely use. Yeah, but I think I will start the Etcher sketchbook. And perhaps I have to use another one like the Stillman Birn Mixed Media sketchbook, and I have to use both because the Etcher sketchbooks, I unpack it here in a moment. The Etcher sketchbooks are quite expensive and have cotton paper in it and really good paper, and this is a hot pressed watercolor paper, and I have to say I feel a little bit blocked to work mixed media in it. So I have to work only in watercolor in it. This is my brain. I don't know if I have to. I don't know what happens in this whole journey of the sketchbook. Perhaps I will use a mixed media in it. We will see how it works. But it's good to have another one like the Stillman Birn one. It has very thick mixed media paper and yeah. But with which one I will start. So I decided to start I have two projects in this week and the next week. I got a new watercolor set from Daniel Smith and I wanted to test it out, and I think it's good to test it out in here. So next week we will start this sketchbook with the Daniel Smith watercolors, and this week I will start this sketchbook with a mixed media project. So let's do this. So here is it, the mixed media sketchbook from Stillman Birn. Next week I want to test this awesome Daniel Smith watercolor set in the Etcher sketchbook. This set is composed from Jean Haynes. I hope I pronounced this in the right way. I'm really curious and my expectations are quite high. The Stillman Birn has 26 pages, 270 GSM. They say it's for dry and wet media watercolor ink techniques. This diamond painting, Axolotl, I was gifted from my daughter for my new sketchbook, so it has to be on here. It's a soft cover, my first soft cover one. The first page is glued on the cover, so we can paint this whole spread here. But first I have to put something underneath in the size of this book here. Now I can sketch my ideas down. It's a good time to start a new sketchbook. A few days ago we celebrated the new year 2024 and I have a few artsy goals. But first we have to try out which medias work in the sketchbook. We have only 26 pages in here, so I will swatch on the very last page, which is glued on the back cover. I'm not sure with watercolors in here. The acrylic marker destroys the surface of the paper. Here I need another media underneath or an acrylic background or something like that. Colored pencils work well. Neocolor tools also quite nice, but I'm not sure with too much water on this paper. Gouache seems very nice in here. Markers seems also very nice. This is why I decided to try Aqua Markers in here first. This spread will be a bit of a testing page. It always takes a while to get warm with a new sketchbook and its paper. Aqua Markers feel nice in here, but the paper is not the perfect paper for using water on it. It creates strange areas where you try to fade the colors into each other. I decided to use a Faber-Castell Pitt ink pen for the background and it works perfect on this paper. Perhaps it's a good marker sketchbook, also for alcohol markers perhaps. I never use them, but perhaps I should. So the background is done. I already like the vibe of this artwork. I decided to try watercolor on top of the aqua marker areas to create shadows and repair the strange blobs around her neck. But first, a sip of tea. I almost dipped my brush in it and remembered I have tea here. Okay, let's talk about my goals for 2024. I only have a few. First of all, I would like to work with alcohol markers. That means try them more. Perhaps it's an enrichment for my mixed media art. But first I have to pick a set of a brand. This is on my list. Then another goal is I would like to paint big acrylic paintings again. I stopped painting in big sizes when I started with YouTube. The direction was to make good art and fast, more smaller artworks or sketchbook art that I can do a weekly video, but I miss it to take my time for big acrylic paintings. I will find a way to do this, perhaps in vlogs, so you can see the progress of the paintings. Or I don't know yet, we will see. So now it's a lot better, but this area is not easy to save. And although I used a lot of water here, it's no bleeding through and the paper is not wavy. I have to say, this paper is interesting.
I thought it would be cool to paint her hair pink. These are the Paul Rubens Oprah watercolors. I think this will look awesome. On this paper, watercolors don't have this awesome flow they should have. You can use them in here to color areas fast, but you can see the brush strokes in here. But I have to say, I don't care so much. I kind of like this sketchbook. I will have to test out a lot more, and in the end, I will know if I would buy it again and if I can recommend it to you guys. Oh, it's so exciting to start a new sketchbook. Another goal is to finally practice human body proportions. I'm not good in it. That's why I try to avoid painting ideas where I need to paint the whole body of someone. So this is important for my development because I would love to paint all the cool ideas in my head without there's something holding me back. Now it's time for colored pencils. I chose a dark violet blue for all the details and also some outlines. There's no pushing through of the lines of the colored pencil on the other side. This is awesome, and I really use a lot of pressure here. This thick paper has definitely benefits, but I don't know yet how much I like this paper. It has pros and cons. I will tell you what I think about this sketchbook when I will have worked more in it. But it's really interesting and something absolutely different to the Talens art creation one I worked in the last year. I'm really curious how I like the Etcher sketchbook next week, and I'm also curious about the paints I will use in it. In this Stillman Birn, I feel very free to use whatever I want, even if the result of using watercolors in here is not perfect. I'm curious how free I will feel with the Etcher one. We will see next week. Also, a goal for the beginning of 2024 is to make my Patreon page work. I would like to have a Discord server for my patrons, and everything I'm doing right now with Patreon page and the Discord server is something I've never done before. I'm watching how-to videos on YouTube, and I hope I will be finished soon. I want to have it perfect, but I'm far away from perfection. I think I have to finish it, and then we will see if it works. A bit more courage I need these days. And also on my list for 2024 is to work on a shop. So these were all my goals for 2024, I think. And these are enough. I hope I will succeed in the end. Do you have any artsy goals for 2024? Now I would like to have golden details on this artwork. This set of gold watercolor paints I got from Temu a while ago. It's quite nice, but these gold and metallic paints always need a while to activate until they have this thick and awesome consistency. I paint all her jewelries with the gold and the antlers of the spirits. Later I decide to also paint the 2024 with the gold paint. Look at this. I love it. I hope you can see it. I will blend you in how nice it looks. In the end, a few details here and there. Thank you so much for watching this video, and thank you for the last awesome year we had together. For your support, your likes, your comments. I'm looking forward to an awesome, creative, colorful new year with you together, where we can grow together, paint, create, also fail together sometimes, test new art supplies together, laugh, and reach our goals. Feel you all hugged. Have an awesome start in this new year. And see you next week. Yours, Xonani.